Welcome back to the Malted Man Cave. I'm Keith.
I'm Dave.
And tonight we're going to be doing our second bottled in bond bourbon down here in the Malted Man Cave. Coming up. All right, so we're back. And tonight, as I said, we're going to be doing the second bottled in bond bourbon down here in the Malted Man Cave.
You know how I feel about bottled and bond, because
You love you some
they're
bourbon.
100% in my books so far.
Do you remember what bottled in bond means?
Yes, I do remember. It was it was whiskey during Prohibition.
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh, wait. It just stated that it was of a pure standard. It had a certain amount of quality that it had to at least
You're on
hit.
you're on the right track, and what you're
There we
saying is
go.
correct, just not all of it.
Yeah, I remember.
So back in the day, apparently,
I just remember E.H. Taylor.
Would you give that like a 95?
Oh man,
What did you give that?
it changed my life.
We need to get another bottle because I want to get the barrel proof E.H. Taylor.
Ooh,
I bet you that's amazing.
I bet it is.
But
All right.
anybody wants to send it, Malted Man Cave, we're here for you guys. But bottled and bond, like you're saying, yes, pure, unadulterated, because there was an issue with bourbon for a while. Apparently, they were putting filling it with
formaldehyde.
there was even saying that people were putting in chewing tobacco spit, all just kind of filling up, trying to make it look dark, and people are like, no, we want to make sure people aren't messing with our bourbon. So they actually went as far. It has to be a distillation from one distillation season. It has to be made from one distillery. It has to be aged in a federal warehouse
That's right.
for at least 4 years under government supervision. There's a U.S. representative that's checking sure to make sure everything's okay. It's locked up. People aren't jacking with it. So this beautiful baby was in there for 10 years. So we're doing Henry McKenna 10. And it's kind of cool. They have, not that, I'm sure there's a way to screw with it, but they have this little seal
Yeah, I see that.
to kind of let you know it's also not been tampered with.
Yeah. Dude, think about that job. It's a government job, and your
Just
job
sitting
is
there,
to,
making sure it's okay.
Is
I
to
want
make
that
sure
job.
that bourbon is untampered.
Bet you they're tampering. Not that
Just
they're
one.
messing with it,
Just
they're
one.
just drinking.
Just one barrel, man.
There's no corruption in the U.S. government. There's none. There you go.
There's no corruption in any government, right?
Right.
Oh, you already took it.
Oh, man. Dave, I think you're going to like this. I don't want to compromise your score.
I'm gonna.
Got it. All right, so without further ado,
Let's
get into some whiskey.
I think if somebody on the street came up behind me and said, "Without further ado," I would turn around and say, "Let's get into some whiskey." You got to catchphrase that, man, or copyright it.
Sure.
All right, right off the bat, man. Wow, it's got some delicious scent to it.
So would you still say you like bourbon better than scotch?
Of course, yeah.
What is it about bourbon that you like so much more than scotch? Because I love bourbon.
You know what? Because it's
scotch is still king.
Because I was thinking about that the other day. I was trying to get into that Irish whiskey that Stelzer gave me, and I'm still trying to get into it. Sorry, man. I don't think we're gonna do a review on that bottle. Anyways, man, bourbon just, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be just all of my favorite flavors. I'm gonna tell you about it. You know what?
Is it the corn syrup, that sweet,
Probably.
caramely vanilla goodness?
Yeah. Or probably because it was one of my first things that I enjoyed, liquor-wise.
What do you got to know?
Vanilla right off the bat, butterscotch right in there. It's like a candy, but man, it's got some heat to it. And that's why I was like, hey man, what's the alcohol content in it? And you know what? It wasn't that. I think it's just the spice note. It wasn't heat from the alcohol per se, because it was still there after I put some water in it. Just a really spicy note, and I kind of compared it to, kind of reminded me of a pumpkin pie with some whipped cream on it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
Like
I was trying.
creamy.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I can kind of see that.
By the way, I love the comments from people who are like, "What? What was that one?
On the ball
raisin wine vinegar? What? Who is this guy? Why are we watching this?" Yeah, but pumpkin pie.
Guys.
Yeah, thanks.
I wouldn't do it without you,
dude. Thanks, man.
If I just drink by myself. Stop. Dave's trying to respond to a comment from our last video. You're the catcher. So
I'll go along.
If I did it just by myself, I think I'd have a problem. I think I'd have to admit that I have a problem.
Oh yeah.
You just have to have company.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah, it gets weird down here in the man cave.
Anything else you get on the nose?
No, man, just good stuff.
So I put vanilla cheesecake with a little bit of caramel sauce. I just get vanilla cheesecake a lot with bourbons.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love vanilla cheesecake. So vanilla cheesecake with caramel sauce.
That might have been what I was trying to explain with the pumpkin pie.
No, there is, I actually, now that you're saying it, I can actually.
I've talked him into it.
Maybe psychosomatic, but I'm definitely smelling some pumpkin pie.
Thank you.
I get a little bit of wintergreen, which makes me think that there's a decent amount of rye in the mash bill. Fig Newtons, wintergreen, like I said, a little bit of oakiness. We both have been really busy, and so I'm trying to do more of my nerd, geeky whiskey stuff in my single reviews, but I just don't have enough time anymore. You know what you can do? What?
Add a little annotation,
touche. So
put it right here.
Right there. Malted Man Cave Mark, what are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 96.
Holy freaking cow. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a 96.
Oh my god.
I was going to give it a 95 until you told me it was $30.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
It's good, man.
Woo! You know what? This is probably an 88 or an 89.
Okay. So mine is a little exaggerated.
No, you love bourbon. I'm not surprised at all. And don't change it at all.
All right.
This is an 88, 89, but because it is so good, it's at craft presentation, I think, other than whether we know whether it's chill filtered or not.
Right.
$30 freaking dollars. 90 out of 100 for me. It's an amazing bourbon. If you can find this, pick it up because it's probably not going to be around for $30 for very long.
Dave approved.
Yeah, go out and get you some. It's amazing. Question of the night. So it's May here in Ohio. Dave and I are actually huge basketball fans. That's where our friendship came. We played basketball together.
Our wives love two things more than they love us. They love basketball and the Malted Man Cave.
No, they hate that. And we grew up on the same team. We were really good. And we both love the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are unfortunately probably going to get their butts spanked again this year. But we were talking, I said, there's all this talk recently about who's the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Is it Jordan or is it LeBron? So, who do you think is the greatest of all time?
I just had this conversation at a birthday party, and we were lucky enough that we've seen both. And Michael Jordan and LeBron James are very different people, and they are and their worldviews shape how they play basketball.
Yep.
Jordan
was a psychopath.
Yeah.
He was out to prove everybody wrong for the rest of his...
Not a good guy. Not a good guy.
Did you see his Hall of Fame speech? He just threw shade the whole time at everybody. Like, F you,
everybody
F you.
Still.
I proved y'all wrong and I'm still pissed.
Yeah.
Love Jordan.
Which
grew up idolizing him.
You know what? That probably pushes him to...
That's what made him great.
Yes. Now, LeBron. I think we're going to look back on what LeBron has consistently done since, no years off, just consistent. And
for 15 years of greatness.
Jordan didn't really make those around him better.
Nope.
They formed to him. Whereas, so I am going to say right here and right now that LeBron James is the greatest of all time.
Boom! You heard it here. So this is what I will say. Because I think a lot where you're going. I think LeBron is a better overall player than Michael Jordan. I still think Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time because he had this it factor, but LeBron is getting it. Yeah. One of his big knocks was that he wasn't clutch. Yeah. And he has proven this playoffs that he is clutch. And he actually, he has more game winners now than Jordan had in the playoffs.
Yeah, I totally.
You see that?
Yeah, I just saw that. If you and I were picking up on a playground 2-on-2, I would pick Jordan over LeBron because I know Jordan is going to kill somebody to win. Yeah. And LeBron is...
But if you wanted like a good teammate to like and play with for your whole career...
Yeah, exactly.
But so this is another thing. Jordan, 6-0. Like he probably would have been 8-0 in the finals. He had that clutch, amazing score, amazing at defense. Here's what I'll say about LeBron. Bigger, faster, stronger, better overall player, better rebounder, better passer... Almost as good a scorer, not quite. Mm-hmm. His shot was really what separated Jordan. But LeBron he's getting that fadeaway that Jordan had in his old age. The one thing out in LeBron's defense, he never had as good a coach as Michael Jordan had. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson, one of the best coaches of all time. LeBron has never had a great coach. He's never had, a lot of people will say, oh, LeBron has better teammates. No, he didn't. Michael Jordan had better teammates. Rodman, Pippen, Kerr, Paxson.
Luke Longley.
No. A lot of times, look at LeBron in his prime has always had, he had Bosh.
He's never had really another all-star.
Wade was starting to decline already.
Yeah.
If you would have had him 3 years ago, when he went to Miami, if he would have been with Wade 2 or 3 years prior, then he would have no excuse. Because Wade was a beast back then. Bosh, he got mental and he wasn't as good as he was before.
The knock on LeBron regarding championships, I feel like championships are an organization is an outcome of an organization that is being run well. And LeBron getting that championship for Cleveland
should count as 3.
Oh yeah, that was on his shoulders.
Jordan would not have. So last year when LeBron got beat, if you switched out Michael for LeBron, Michael Jordan would not have beat Golden State.
Yeah,
Golden State, and this is my biggest pet peeve. This should never have happened. Just because Kevin Durant came open for free agency when they increased the salary cap. This should never happen. Was it Silver or Stern when this happened? It's Silver.
It was Silver.
He should have declined that trade. It should have never happened. It's bullcrap.
He declined the Chris?
Which was way nowhere near as big a deal as this.
Yeah.
They have literally 4 players that could be like an MVP almost. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they've got 4 Hall of Famers.
We are butthurt Cavs fans, but that's ridiculous. If you're an NBA fan, no one should be a fan of this.
What I wanted to ask was, if you hate basketball, your sport, who are the 2 GOATs that people argue over?
Yeah.
Nadal, Federer,
Gretzky. Who?
Gretzky.
My grandpa.
Gretzky.
My grandpa's
Gretzky.
turn. There's no debate.
Well, I don't know.
Some people would. Swami, tell us if you're watching. Who do you think the greatest of all time is?
Yeah.
All right, Malted Man Cave Mark, 96 out of 100, a 90 for me. Go out and get this bad boy while you can. Henry McKenna 10 for $30. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, sláinte.